All right, everyone, and we are ready for the next super awesome run of this event, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Sky, any percent Wondermail Cutsceneless by EpicYoshiMaster. Go ahead, take it away.
Hello everyone, I'm EpicYoshiMaster, and as was just said, I'm here to run Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, Explorers of Sky, any percent Wondermail Cutsceneless. This is a fantastic run. I love this run so much. I'm joined here by my amazing commentator. Please introduce yourself. Absolutely. So just before we get started, a couple things. So in terms of the category, the Wondermail part refers to a specific mechanic where we can enter in Wondermail codes. This gives us access to specific jobs and missions, which we can tailor specifically to the run, which gives us really powerful items, and we're going to take huge advantage of that. And the cutsceneless part refers to a special patch which was made by SPD Wolf, which makes this run way faster. The cutscenes in this game would add like 3 hours to our time. It's ridiculous. It's going to make this run so much easier to watch, so much more fun. And without further ado, let's get into it. I'm going to start time in 3, 2, 1, go. So we'll be starting off here. We need to pick our starters. We have very particular picks. We want to get Riolu from the male starters, and then we want to get Skitty over here. These picks have a special significance. We want Skitty because Skitty is a normal type starter. We're going to get an item called the White Sick later, which is going to power Skitty up. Skitty's going to be basically our attacking demon, destroying everyone in sight. And then Riolu is going to be our speed. Our speed. Fast. The Flash. Basically, the idea is that Riolu is going to get a special item called the Fight Gem. That's going to give Riolu the ability to move two tiles per turn, which is really powerful, and we're going to take advantage of that. We're not going to get that right now. We're going to get that later. We got to set our settings, and let's get going. Court, would you like to introduce some of like the basic mechanics of Mystery Dungeon? What exactly is this game?
Yeah, so Mystery Dungeon games are really interesting because they're, the dungeons are randomly generated. And so you're like, wait, how do you speedrun this? It's not like we don't know exactly how this is going to go each time, but you know a lot about the layouts, right?
I sure do.
And that's super, super important to be able to speedrun this, kind of guessing where the stairs are going to be. So the stairs are just in a random room. Also the enemies, we don't know where they are until we enter a room with them or a corridor with them. And so the items are randomly laid around, the stairs are randomly laid around. And of course, for the speedrun, we're trying to get to the stairs as quickly as possible. And you can see our partner Pokemon also attacks without us. We're not controlling them. And so we're just trying to get to the stairs, but they're going to keep fighting stuff, which, can slow us down a little bit. But here we are at our first little boss fight. And Skitty's just going to destroy.
And that's the first boss fight.
He's so powerful. Yeah, that's our first little dungeon.
Yeah, things will be going really fast, especially in the introduction. The first 3 dungeons are really the most scary. Once we get past Mount Bristle, we're going to be smooth sailing because we get a bunch of Wondermail items that are going to boost us up. We get things like Golden Seeds. Golden Seeds increase your level by 5. We get a ton of these, which basically make us over leveled for almost the entire game. Once we get to the end game, things will start catching up with us and it'll get a bit more scary. But even then,
Wondermail and Wondermail's a mechanic where you used to be able to send codes to and from your friends to do missions, or say if you died in a dungeon, you could send your friend a mail and they could come and rescue you and you give them a reward. And we just abuse that because there's certain Wondermails that give set items, and we're just gonna utilize that to our advantage.
Yeah, we have pretty much full control of the Wondermail generator. We know exactly how it works, and so we can produce extremely specific missions that are a bit too convenient. We're going to be in Beach Cave a lot, and we're going to see Trapinch a lot in this run.
Yes. I love Trapinch. I'm a fan. It's really, really nice.
I would have never guessed that from your
I know it's
your
kind
name.
of kind of shocking. It's surprising. So yeah, if anyone has any like questions about how this goes, you know, absolutely feel free to let us know.
Absolutely.
And this is actually really interesting because Explorers of Sky is the third game. They had Explorers of Darkness and Explorers of Time, and they made a third game for a side series, which is really interesting. And Sky basically has like a lot. There's like little side missions. There's extra quality of life things. Sky is like the definitive edition of this game.
Yeah, Sky has like all the special episodes and stuff, which I still haven't even actually played. I played one of them. I experienced a couple days ago. I started playing around with Bidoof's Wish, and I tried it for the first time.
Cute.
We love
It's
Bidoof.
adorable.
Bidoof is not very strong, unfortunately. No. Bidoof has tackle, and that's about it in terms of attacking moves. Bidoof's Wish is painful. It's really relying on items.
It's really hard.
I did not want to return to menu. I guess we're going to menu for the moment. Okay, that's enough in the menu.
All right, we needed to see some cute Fampy art. Honestly, you did that for the fans. Also, the characters in this game are fantastic. Chatot and Wigglytuff are hilarious. You're not gonna get spoiled on anything because we're skipping all the cutscenes. Please play this game. It's so good.
Please play this game.
So now we're going to the shop. The Kecleon brothers run the shop here. And what are we looking for?
We're trying to... First, we need to sell a bow, and I... wait. Yes,
You're selling our bow? This is so tragic.
I'm sorry. We're going to hopefully find a... Okay, no. We don't have a reviver seed. Basically, we're looking for safety items for Mount Bristle, because that's the scariest dungeon in the run. Once we get past Mount Bristle, everything's fine. So we're just looking for things we can buy that are helpful. An escape orb is good. That saves us time later.
Escape orb's great. Escape orb is... So basically, you can't just leave dungeons whenever you want. If you get knocked out, you'll leave. Otherwise, you have to keep going. And escape orbs let you bounce whenever you want. Which we need.
Yeah, because in order to... In between, like, story dungeons, you'll have, like, mission days. And on those days, you're, like, meant to, like, go to the job boards and, like, complete missions. Sometimes there's just, like... do whatever you want days, so you could just go to a dungeon and complete it and leave. So basically, you could just enter Beach Cave and then immediately escape orb out of it, and that would be like the fastest way to progress the day.
Yep.
Let's give Riolu a Defense Scarf, and then we need to give a couple buffs to Riolu and Skitty here. We're going to use an Iron, and then give Skitty a Protein. And now, this is the ultimate challenge of the run. We need to not die here. We picked up a Max Elixir intentionally in the previous dungeon because this dungeon's reasonably long. It's pretty reasonable that you're going to use all of your items. So I'm also going to turn on Skitty's Tackle. This dungeon is 9 floors.
You can't control what moves your partner Pokemon use, but you can toggle them on and off.
Yeah.
And so that gives us a little bit of control. And you have PP just like you do in normal Pokemon games, and that's what Yoshi was saying. The Max Elixir is gonna replenish that for us.
Yeah. We gave Skitty a particular move that's like for safety attract. We use that for Drowsy coming up. That'll basically make sure that Drowsy can't really be attacking as long as it hits, which is an important component of that sentence. Accuracy is pretty important, especially stuff like multi-hit moves. Those are like really dangerous in this game. They're really powerful, but they're also pretty inaccurate. Thankfully, we don't have those in any of our arsenals, so we're at least safe there.
By the way, let me know when a good time for read some donations would be.
How about right now?
I think that's great, yeah.
Perfect! We have $25 from Lamora, that last runner, saying, "You're amazing, Blackheart. Less than 3. Put this towards the Bayonetta 2 incentive." Smiley face. And we are at nearly the full amount for that Bayonetta 2 to upgrade to Infinite Climax. We're at $75 out of $100 needed to upgrade that difficulty, which adds, I think, about 12 minutes to the marathon. So keep it up, chat. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, everyone. And I know we met the incentive for this run, which is fantastic. We'll get to see even more Mystery Dungeons. So
yes, we did.
Yeah, the benefit of course, the other benefit of having 2 characters is that if our front character is getting a little low, we can always swap and have Skitty take the bulk of the damage. And some of the birds have, well, not necessarily just some of the birds, but have that runaway ability. So you don't necessarily need to kill them. You can just attack them enough and they'll start running away from you, which is nice. But how important is experience in the early game to mid game, or will experience not really matter?
It's not really going to matter. The only thing we're really looking for is getting to level 9 in the middle of Waterfall Cave, and then we're going to use our golden seeds to basically like super level ourselves
max
up.
level up. Perfect.
All right, here's our good friend Drowsy. We're going to skip a turn, then we're going to turn on Skitty's Attract, and then we're going to hope that Attract hits.
Awesome. So is Attract the one that does it infatuate?
Yes. All right,
yeah,
that's perfect. All right,
go.
so now we turn off Attract, and we're just going to go all out and get rid of Drowsy here.
Perfect. Cringing and infatuated, kind of just gonna stun lock Drowsy is the goal.
Nice.
That was very
That's what we like to see. All right, now for a very fun part of the run where I enter a bunch of really long codes.
Let's go!
This is our Wondermail codes. This is what's going to give us all of the super powered items, super special missions. I'm not gonna have much to say here because I have to enter a lot of codes, so if you have anything to say whatsoever, please, this would be a fantastic time.
Well, luckily, we do have a bunch to say. Partly, R30 is, messing with things in the background to make sure that you can put commas in your donations. So we have $3 from R30 saying, a donation for each character that the donation spreadsheet thought was delicious. Also doubles as a way for me to test a fix so that it continues to only think commas are delicious. It's another $1 from R30 saying, spreadsheet was still hungry for commas. Test commas, please ignore. Sorry, I did not ignore it. I needed to read it out because it was silly. So, just as a reminder, we can accept commas in your donation messages now, but make sure that you are putting what your donations are towards. So we do have $25 from Papa Jan. Honored to have been able to help kick off this incredible marathon. Thank you to everyone making this possible. Just another reminder of why I'm beyond grateful to be a part of the speedrunning community. Less than 3. Put this incentive towards Bayonetta, please. Comma. Silly face. I have to mention that he typed out the word comma. He didn't actually put a comma.
That's important context. That's important. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We're still out here doing codes, so you can keep it rolling, talk about any upcoming incentives, and this is your time to shine.
All the time in the world.
Okay. Awesome. Well, we actually did just get another donation, $25 from non-binary code saying that Bayonetta 2 incentive thingy, and also still trans rights. Thank you so much. With that donation, we have met the $100 to upgrade Bayonetta 2 to Infinite Climax. Y'all are so amazing. Really. We just started this event, a few hours ago. We're already up to $376. Thank you so much. Keep those donations coming. We currently don't have any more goal incentives open, but we do have bid wars because y'all are too awesome. But we do still have those bid wars. We have the Celeste bid war for the Madeline sprite, Haven bid war for Witch Couple, and the Wolfenstein 2 bid war for the Fergus timeline or the Wyatt timeline. And it has been mentioned that, for Haven, the couple bid war, now all of the couples are spicy, a little bit. And if you have the males, there are shirtless males. If you have the females, there is some side boob action. So, depending on how you want your spiciness, currently female is in the lead in that bid war. And then for the Celeste, by the way, Bunnaline, the bunny girl Madeline is currently in the lead. So if you have, even just $1, ! Donate in chat. If you want to see what's going on with those incentives, you can do ! Incentive in chat. And Yeah, thank you so much. I'm blown away by everyone's generosity. Oh, and I missed a donation earlier. I'm so sorry. Non-binary code also donated $77. Thank you so much, and said, here, have some sevens, trans rights.
Trans rights.
Trans rights.
Thank you so much, everyone. Y'all are
Thank
the
you.
best.
I wish I had more to say, but I still have 2 more codes to go.
Yeah, we're chilling.
Well-
Everyone in chat, if you played this game, who is your favorite starter pick? I mean, I know it's you do the personality test, so I guess who did you end up with? I typically would be I would get Squirtle a lot, and I did like Riolu. I tried to get Riolu a good amount of the time, especially because it
In
wasn't
my
available in
playthrough,
starters.
I got Torchic.
Ooh,
And then I went
Torchic's a
with
good-
Piplup as my partner.
I usually always go with Pikachu as my partner for the electric, coverage. So I like that a lot.
Okay, one more. We've got one more code. Who's
We're
hype?
doing it.
No,
It's
don't
happening, everyone.
apologize.
I swear, entering all of these codes will be more than worth it. You shall see.
Well, and also, let me say, we have a Pokemon game. So if you guys want to donate, if you want to donate, and of course, make sure you mention the incentives in your comment, but maybe also what's your favorite Pokemon or that kind of thing. I will admit I'm not the best at Pokemon cries, and especially oftentimes my mic does not like to pick up Pokemon cries. But if you donate with a Pokemon, I will attempt it. And I'm not going to throw Court or EpicYoshiMaster under the bus. But if they want to,
I'm
maybe
not
they
good at
will
Pokemon
too.
cries, but I respect people who are.
We did it. We entered all of the
Yay!
codes. We get to continue the game. And by continue the game, I mean we get to go to Beach Cave for some very special stuff. We gotta turn on this very special treasure mission. It's really important. It's going to save us so much.
Let's go treasure
Heartache.
hunting together.
Let's get a
So yeah, we
defense
got
scarf.
all the golden seed missions in Beach Cave.
And there's going to be something very special about this first room here in Beach Cave. And we'll be coming back to it a lot. And here's your pinch. This is basically a treasure room. You would, in order to find this normally, you would have to go to the 75th floor of Zero Isle North, which is a late game, really hard dungeon. But we have teleported this room to Beach Cave because it is really helpful. Once we go into that room again, which we'll be doing several times, all of the items there will be replaced by Reviver Seeds. And the Reviver Seeds are really helpful. It means if we die, then we can come right back. And we will go through this, like, 5 or 6 times, which gives us pretty much like 22 Reviver Seeds for the whole run. And that's going to make this a really safe run. In addition to all these golden seeds, which are going to make us really powerful. So you can kind of see we're just getting really buff, really safe. It makes this a really nice run to get into, especially if like you wanted to hop into speedrunning.
Yeah, I do like how consistent this strategy makes it. It's one of those things where you run a game with so much like variability and randomness, it can be scary, but it seems that you can kind of just tweak it based on how confident you feel, which is great.
You know how I said I was done with Wondermail codes? I actually have one more code. Because you can only actually enter 8 codes at a time, because you can only hold on to 8 missions, and we need one more. So just a moment here.
I can't believe we have more numbers and letters to put in. The drama.
What do they mean?
What do they mean, truly?
Incorrect? Okay, what do they mean? Alright, where's my mistake? Right here, that should be a T. Anything else?
Oh.
There we go. It is at least nice that, like, messing up the code doesn't... You're not gonna end up accidentally getting a different code. So thankfully it's easy to catch mistakes like that pretty quick. Oh, but now we have a fun mini game that everyone enjoys, and I'm going to make mistakes on.
Yeah. This is the best part. It's the feet game. If you've
That's
never
Ivysaur.
seen this, basically in Wigglytuff's guild, there's a little gate, and people get cleared by, we look at their feet and we point what Pokemon it is. Some of these are easier than others. Like that one is very obviously Ladybug, it's a little Bugfoot. So a lot of these are very similar to each other, especially the like, you know, ones that just look like animals. But this one's got a little like monkey fur, so we kind of know that it's Infernape. You're getting some easy ones, not gonna lie.
Oh no.
Oh. We're chilling.
Technically, the strategy is like not necessarily getting them all right, but I want to try to get them all right.
Yeah, it's funny because if you get them all right, Chatot like talks more, so you actually don't want to.
Yeah, you got like the whole celebration cutscene.
This is for the fans, you know? This is for the fans.
This is for you, chat.
It's
oh
fine.
no.
It's fine. It's fine.
That
We're still
just a
good.
dot. Like, how are you supposed to know what that one is?
I'm used to the dot being I don't remember your name. The fire starter, Cyndaquil.
Oh, the dot Cyndaquil.
Yeah,
Cyndaquil,
Cyndaquil has like a dot footprint as well. We get an especially large reward.
Especially large. Let's go. So yeah, there's different parts of the story where you have to play the feat game, and then once you've graduated from the guild, you can do the feat game whenever you want, which is great because it always gives you a reviver seed if you do well. So a lot of times in the post game, I would just sit and do the feat game over and over again to just get a bunch of reviver seeds. It's a lot faster than doing quests.
All right, we're going to do yet another mission day. We're going to start increasing our golden seed collection even more. And you'll get to see going back to Beach Cave, and a bunch of reviver seeds will be replacing the items. Okay, let's see. We need Prospect Golden Seed. That would be this one. And then we need Find the Golden Mask. That's this one. And back to Beach Cave we go. And once again, here's Trapinch, our great friend. The greatest companion.
Yeah. I will spam my Trapinch emotes in the chat. The music in this game is also just absolutely incredible. It's so good.
I love it.
It has such a different sound than any other Pokemon soundtrack. Is what I really love about it.
All right, we get to continue the story now, and we
Yay!
get to start becoming ultra overpowered. It's phase 1 of becoming overpowered. We have phases here as we progress through the game.
Yes.
So we gotta go pick up all of our cool stuff in the storage. All our golden seeds that'll get us up to around like level 30-ish.
Yeah, that's a huge jump. We're at 8 right now. 8!
We're going to destroy.
I love strategies like this in Pokemon where it's like, oh, we're just gonna go catch like a level 50 Magikarp early on, you know, and just destroy it. This is the equivalent. We're just gonna sit and eat some seeds and jump 20 levels.
Yeah, we get 3 seeds for Riolu and 3 seeds for Skitty, and then we're gonna get 1 more seed for Skitty later. Waterfall Cave. You'll also notice we have this item here called the Mobile Scarf.
Yes.
That allows us to walk through walls. That sounds really good. That's because it is.
That's because it straight up is. It's kind of broken. So have we talked about Belly yet?
We haven't.
All right, let's talk about Belly. So one of the mechanics that is a part of this that is trying to not punish you, but like it's a restriction on your movement is Belly. So as you walk around dungeons, your belly goes down and you have to eat apples or other items that fill your belly back up. So they use that to impose restrictions on things. So when you use the Mobile Scarf, I believe every step you take is 5 belly in a wall, which is a lot. Typically you lose belly every couple of steps. So we can't just like run straight through walls the entire time because otherwise we're going to run out of belly. When you're at 0 belly, you lose an HP every step instead of gaining HP back. So it's just something that we have to be very cognizant of.
Yeah, well, you'll notice that we'll be picking up apples a lot, and that's usually because we're trying to do belly management so we can both use the Mobile Scarf to our advantage, but also not be hungry the whole time.
Yeah, and luckily our partner Pokemon, we don't have to worry about their belly. It's just our front Pokemon here. but it's definitely something we have to keep in mind as we go throughout the dungeons, especially as dungeons get longer and longer, because your belly doesn't, you know, unless you get to a midpoint, your belly doesn't reset anywhere.
Yep. We're also looking for a specific item here, the power band. That's going to increase Skitty's fighting potential even more. And that's the goal of this run. Make Skitty a powerhouse to destroy everything.
Yeah.
All right, now
Love
it's
that.
Skitty's turn because we got Skitty to level 9. Sing here is going to be useful only for really one particular fight, for Duskwire, to make him less scary. We might not even use it. It's just a safety thing. No, don't forget Sing. After I just talked about wanting Sing.
We need that. We need that. The good thing is you can always, worst case, in this game, you can go relearn moves.
Yeah.
Pretty easily, and I don't even think it costs anything when you're relearning, which is nice, but it's obviously slow to do that.
Alright, so now, we were like level 8, 9, now we are level 23 and 24. So we basically just destroy everything in our path. We are a menace to this cave. The only thing that can stop us is enemies that want to put us to sleep, which are very annoying. Status effects in this game are a nuisance. Like, you'll have stuff like sleep.
Yeah, the status effects are rough.
Continue.
The interesting thing is you're still using moves, even though there's like a default move that kind of just does base damage. I was curious of like why are you still using named moves instead of just using the default, because
they're just not strong enough to one-shot, and
they're still not strong enough.
Yeah, we need to be one-shotting things because we really don't want to spend any time on combat whatsoever.
Makes sense.
Things being in the way, we want them out of the way.
Yes. No, I was just curious if it was one of those situations where like it still doesn't kill. And I guess that's true. Appo. Oh,
and
we are.
Here we are. It's
Skitty.
so annoying because you can't do anything, and Skitty over here is not helping. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
You're
Oh my
gonna put
God.
them back to sleep, which is also slow. Good all around.
Good job,
I
Skitty.
love sleep. Yeah, sometimes the thing is your secondary Pokemon, like you would think, why didn't Skitty step forward and attack? The AI in this is kind of weird sometimes.
Yeah, there are ways to control it a little bit. We have what's called tactics, which can basically like set what your partner's going to do. For example, you could set them to go after foes. That would make Skitty actually actively move towards foes, but we set it usually to let's go together, which is like the default stick by me, but don't go do anything crazy.
Yeah, the default AI is pretty good. It's kind of just like when we're moving, they're moving, and then if an enemy's in our radius, they're gonna attack. The partner Pokemon would be way too aggressive if we did like go after foes. So we really don't want to do that. That would slow us down a lot.
And we're going back to Beach Cave once again, joined by our friend Trapinch. Yet another wave of Reviver Seeds as we empower ourselves for the ultimate safety of the run. We got one more Golden Seed to join us. We also get a Weather Band.
Yeah, so there are weather effects, and
weather
there's some
effects?
dungeons where it's set. You'll have things like it's sunny and fire type moves are boosted. It's rainy and water type moves are boosted. And then there's like hail, and which does damage too over time. And so the Weather Band just makes it so that you are just not impacted by weather, which is good. I forget exactly which dungeons that's super important for. Okay. Fog is
the first one where we really see it is
fog
Foggy
impacts your
Forest,
accuracy.
where it's always
so
fog.
We do not want that. We would like to hit, please. It's feat time once again. All right, can
It's
we
feat
be better
time
at feet
once
than we were
again.
last time?
I'm not
the
sure I
high
want to
score
be, because then
cutscene
I get
is
an additional
incredibly
high
long.
score cutscene
It's
too.
So funny. Nice job, nice job. Ooh.
Thank you.
That's what Spindus Foot looks like? Alright. I guess it makes sense thinking about it.
Yep.
Doduo, yeah? Oh, wow, that's Mankey? I'm surprised. I would have guessed
Yep.
Doduo.
I know that one.
Ooh, nice. We're gaming it, we're gaming it.
Okay, okay, okay. Can we bring it home?
In Persian, nice. Alright. Full
That
clear.
is in fact a cat foot. All right, we did it. The perfect
Your
suite.
reward is
Which
time
means
loss.
that I'm probably going to get a
Congratulations.
really long cutscene.
Your results were perfect. Your talk takes so long to talk. High score! Yeah, yeah, yeah.
No!
We did it.
We're too
A
good.
generous selection of rewards. You gave us 500 last time. Wait, this is a scam. Why did you give us 400 for doing better? Wow, is it okay to be rewarded this
Even
much?
got a max elixir. Is it really okay
The
to be
funny part
rewarded
about this
much?
is the lore in the game is that whenever you do a mission, the guild is taking like a 90% cut of your earnings as tuition. And so we're gonna graduate from the guild, right? And we're like, oh, we get to actually keep all of our earnings. And they're like, no, you owe us in perpetuity. And it's like, what? Wait, this is a scam.
No.
This is you're stealing from the workers. It's very
We're actually going to turn this mission off for a moment. So now we're like exiting the required mission days. These days are just about
We're just
get
trying
an escape orb and leave the dungeon. So this actual mission here is specifically like set so that we can just pick up an
That's
escape
nice.
orb without actually completing the mission.
Yeah, because basically
Once we find it, it's gonna be over here,
spawning an escape orb.
right here, and I can dash over it and then use it and not complete
Really
the mission.
nice.
And that lets me just have an escape orb for free.
That's such a nice strategy. So yeah, that you could see Trapinch gives us 1,500 Poké Dollars and we get to keep 150 of it. We get 10%. It really
We
is
get
wage theft.
150.
It's messed. But yeah, really cool strategy to progress the days like that. And
Alright.
now we're gonna keep progressing. Applewoods is a
Onward to
pretty big jump up in
Applewoods.
difficulty in the casual game. The boss here is pretty tough. But we're out here leveling up, so...
So can I just mention the bid wars again?
Please! We're hanging out, we're just leveling up.
Absolutely.
Perfect. So of course we do have 3 open bid wars right now. So when you donate, !donate in chat, just make sure in your donation comment you mention, you know, what you want your donation to go towards. So you would say, like, for example, the Celeste bid war for Cataline or something like that. Of course, I mentioned Celeste is going to be the game after this one. And currently, Bunnaline, which is Bunny Girl Madeline, is in the lead. But Madeline, Badeline, or Cataline are also options. So, you know, we have 2-ish hours. If you get those donations in, you can help decide what is Madeline going to look like for that Celeste run. We, of course, also have Haven and Wolfenstein 2, and Scala, you know, has made sure to shout out for Haven. It is the most wholesome, mature game that exists, and if we choose female, there is apparently some spicy side boob, and if there is male, there's some spicy shirtlessness. So you can help decide, are we going to see female K, female U, female K, male U, or male K, male U? Again, when you do your donations, make sure you say what bid war and what option you want to put that money towards in your comment. Thank you.
Fantastic. I'm team women, so always gonna go for the female option here. So
Team women.
Pokemon Let's Go women. It's just a fact.
You heard it here. We need to get those donations in for female Haven and get some extra spiciness.
Man, Faint Attack just does work, doesn't it? Jeez.
It's so good. Oh yeah, this floor, we can start to see there's, on certain floors in this game, you'll have very specific layout types that we can recognize and then adapt to accordingly. This one's called inner rooms. That basically means we want to be on the inside the entire time. The outside is just a ring of rooms, a ring of hallways, and so the rooms are always on the inside. And then this one is the worst layout in the game. It's called outer rooms. And all of the rooms are in a ring on the outside, and then you have hallways on the inside.
Oh,
it's so bad because you have to go in and then out.
And Skitty's out here attacking sleeping
it's
Pokemon for no reason. Stop.
Yeah, that is in fact a annoying thing about partner AI. They will attack something if it is by them.
Luckily, we kind of just got to walk on the water there, so that was chill.
Yeah, that's the power of the mobile scarf. We can't normally walk on water, but you can actually walk on water for free too. Like it doesn't have the same
really
incurred cost of 5 belly. So you really want to use,
and water doesn't give a status. If you do that on fire and
finish.
you're not a fire type, you will get a burn, which is pretty interesting. So, but water just allows us to just waltz on over there.
And there's our first instance of our belly being empty, which that was a combination of also of walking on walls, and also this dungeon's pretty long. So you'll notice we really got to keep our apple stocks high as best we can. I'll be picking them up pretty much every time I see them in the run. Yeah.
Like normal apples are 50?
Apples are 50, and then big apples are 100.
Or 100, and so 100 is our maximum.
That's the end of Apple Woods. Now we're back to escape orbing a little bit. This would be a great time if you have anything to say. Go for it.
Sure. We have $10 from Lamora saying, sorry, gotta do another one. This one for the spicy shirtlessness in Haven. Male K, male U. Sorry, team side boob action. I can't help it. Well, thank you so much. That $10 means that currently for Haven, male is in the lead. So if you want to change that, get your donations in. But the run after this one is Celeste. So I want to make sure, if you have any thoughts about those Madeline sprites for Celeste, get your donations in. I personally have a soft spot for Cataline, just because Catgirl Madeline is adorable. But, it's up to you, chat. ! Donate in chat, and ! Incentives will let you see the spreadsheet that has, what incentives are there, what are the bid wars open, and things like that.
Okay, so I have realized something, which I had not. Okay, so we actually have to enter a Wondermail code again, because they're a very niche situation that I had never considered before. So we actually already had an escape orb. And there was a mission where we were supposed to get an escape orb. Now, the idea of that mission is that we would go and walk onto the escape orb and leave without taking it. But what I did not consider is that because we had an escape orb already in our inventory, that meant it still completed the mission, which is bad because we need the mission to be completed right now in order to get the special item we want. So I actually have to enter the code again, get the mission back. Oh.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Interesting things. All right, this will be fun. Okay.
Speedrun routing live.
Okay. I have a plan. So my first question for the game is going to be, do we have the white silk? We will find that out later. So what I'm going to do right now is just go through Beach Cave normally.
Beach Cave is just our little hub world for doing what we need to. It's great.
Actually, I don't even need to do Beach Cave. Okay, let's use that as skateboard.
There we go.
Okay. First, let's see if that actually progresses the game. This is an interesting situation here. Okay. It is not.
Ooh.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Okay.
It's all right. You got this.
All right. On the fly routing, is there anything we
believe
can
it.
just do?
Yeah.
All right. We're just going to take a mission and we're going to complete it.
Yeah, that sounds good.
It's just on the 3rd floor. It should be fine.
We'll run through Beach Cave right quick. Force the game to keep going. It's one of those things where casually I never really understood what triggered the next events to come. I would just like, you know, try and get as many reviver seeds as possible and level up in between things.
This is very much a that's never happened before moment.
Whoops.
Okay. So we're going to get to the 3rd floor here. We've got a friend to rescue. This does actually give a chance to show off the bulletin board. We didn't really want to show it off, but
Yeah.
we get to rescue our
Yeah.
friend here.
The left bulletin board is where you pick up normal quests, and then the right bulletin board, which I don't think we interact with at all, right?
Nah.
Is something that was added in this game that wasn't a part of Red and Blue Rescue Team, which are outlaw missions. Outlaw
Yes.
missions are where you go and beat basically like a little mini boss. And the rewards are higher. They're a little bit more difficult. I think they're really fun. Casually, of course. They're not going to be useful for us at all.
Got our share of 100.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That should progress us a day.
Game be nice to us.
Now I expect to leave here and go on sentry duty again. Alright, game? We're good. Okay.
Cool.
Yay!
Life is back to normal. We are back to feet. Perfect.
Only a little panic. You got through it.
Well, I still have one concern, which is whether or not we're actually going to have the white silk. If not, I don't think that's a huge deal, but it is very helpful to have, and we would like to have it.
We would really like to have that. That would be like neato. Ooh, that one's a very interesting one. It's like a little horseshoe. That one was tricky.
So I have a question about the foot game.
Mhm.
If it's faster to not get, you know, that high score, do you like purposefully try to get like a certain number correct and then purposefully fail the rest, or what is sort of the fastest way to play that?
Okay, so if you're actually trying to play this optimally, I wanted to have a little fun and actually play, just like try and play the game. But if you're trying to play it optimally, what you would do is you would get 3 right, and then you would get 1 wrong and then right, and then you get another 1 wrong and then right, and then you miss the last one, which makes sure that you don't get like this perfect cutscene. And if you do your first attempt like reasonably fast, and then you can like slow down your second ones just a little bit, enough that you're not getting a high score text, and that gives you like the optimal sentry duty performance.
Oh, cool.
It makes sense. And there, since we had got our high score was a 6 out of 6, we had missed one, so a 5 out of 6 ensures that we didn't get the high score. So it works out.
Okay. Drenched Bluff mission. We do in fact have it.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. I'm not sure if Skitty's gonna have the white silk, but we are going to have the fight gem, which I would argue is more important.
Yeah, we're gonna have that, which is huge.
We also need the Y-ray specs, which are going to be very helpful for the final boss of this run, Dialga.
I forget how the
Spoilers.
Y-ray specs work again. I always used X-ray specs.
Well, so in this game, there are misspellings of items. There's reviver seeds and revisor seeds. There's max
Oh!
elixirs and mix elixirs. And so the Y-ray specs are a misspelling of the X-ray specs, which have a not as helpful effect. So the X-ray specs let you see all of the enemies and items on the floor.
Aw, they're
The
so
Y-ray
good.
specs let you see nothing. So what we do is we throw it at... Wait, what am I doing?
We
Nope.
chuck it at Dialga,
Go to
which is
Chata.
our final boss.
And then Dialga's just blind and runs around.
That's adorable. This was just all right, cool. Yeah, that's the thing. So items, there are, you know, you can throw negative effect items at enemies, which can be very, very useful. It's also like there's blast seeds, which are really important casually. That you can eat them and they do damage, or you can throw them and they do damage. I love confusion.
It's so... What? Oh, that's our first time seeing hidden stairs. They can just like randomly appear. They're really helpful. Sometimes you'll find hidden stairs that are 2 steps away from the regular stairs, and they're just a waste of time. But they're really cool to see whenever they're actually helpful.
That was very helpful because we didn't have to find the normal stairs. The secret bazaar is pretty fast. Like, that was cool.
Our notes here specifically say, do not the Bidoof. And that is because Bidoof here, we need to keep safe. We don't really want Bidoof eating all of our reviver seeds. Bidoof can, in fact, take things out if necessary, but we don't really want to rely on Bidoof for that.
No.
Though I would also prefer not being confused right now. That would help. That
would be so neat and fun. Yeah, so when you're escorting someone, they're at a set level. Bidoof's a story character, so it has like level 14. That's kind of where the game I think expects you to be right now ish.
Yeah.
But they all have item master, so they will use your reviver seeds if they get killed. If they die and you don't have enough reviver seeds, you lose the mission. Like they're treated as essentially the same as your partner Pokemon. Except I don't think you're allowed to control their moves.
You don't have control over moves, and you can't really, like, give them stuff. They're not... You don't have full control. You can't control their tactics or anything, so, like, they're just going to follow with you around the whole time. It's a bit annoying in that aspect.
Yeah, it's like a forced ally. Oh, belly empty, no.
Apple time. Make sure to stay, hungered. Not hungered, no. Stay full. Eat your meals. Be healthy. Also hydrate. So the excitement here is going to start in our next dungeon, Mount Horn. That's when we're going to get our cool items out of our box and find out if we have the white silk or not. But regardless, we're going to get the fight gem, and that's going to let Riolu move really, really fast. So fast that Riolu will basically like be running away from everything in the game.
Oh,
you can skip most encounters with it. It's really powerful.
Yeah, the speedrun of this is just really, really interesting.
If you have anything to say, now might be a great time.
Sure. So I just want to remind everyone why we're here. So Blackheart's Boston Fund was put together as an impromptu event. It could not have been possible without the help of all the volunteers, runners, and most importantly, you, the viewers and donors. We appreciate any and all support that you can give Gabby in her time of need so that we can help someone move to Boston and live safely without worrying about a major financial loss. Make sure to type !schedule in chat to see what you can look forward to this weekend. And in addition to an amazing cause, you can type !incentives to see our open incentives that you can make happen with your donations. Of course, we did already unlock a bunch of bonus content for the marathon, but we do still have 3 bid wars open, including the Madeline Sprite bid war for Celeste, which is going to be the very next game. So if you have opinions, currently Bundaline, which is Bunny Girl Madeline, is in the lead. I personally like Cataline. Madeline, of course, is the traditional Madeline sprite. And then Badeline, who is, you know, the dark version of Madeline. So if you have interest in those, or maybe one of the other open bid wars, !donate, and make sure in your donation message to say what you want it to go towards for the bid wars.
So you may notice now, we're going a little bit faster.
Yeah,
a little bit.
Holy cow. It's amazing.
This fight gem is really hard to control because you're going 2 tiles in a turn, And normally, if you're going like one tile, there's a lot of like points where the game will like stop you in your movement,
Yep.
which you can use as like references to go down hallways and stuff. You don't really have that with the fight gem. It happens sometimes because it depends on where in your turn you are whenever you're moving around. So it makes for a really interesting, like sometimes you have to know when to walk, when to run, when to hold them, when to walk away or something.
It's the movement in this is kind of interesting for sure. And the nice part about being able to move twice as fast is we kind of just like ditch our partner Pokemon. So they do their actions off screen, which is faster.
We're going to be using that in particular for a lot of boss fights, where we basically just run off screen, and that makes all the turns pass really fast.
Yep.
And then Skitty just goes and destroys the boss.
It's great.
Now I have noticed we did not get the white silk, so that means that Skitty is going to be a little less powerful than usual. I have to be real, I don't know how much of a difference that actually makes in terms of
I guess
Skitty's
we'll find out,
performance.
right?
We will find out for this run. However, I would not worry because no matter what, we still have tons and tons of reviver seeds.
Yes.
And if we really needed to, we could always get more. So we are totally fine. It's just a matter of how powerful Skitty will be in the end game.
Yeah, it's just like a lot more comfy with that power boost, but we're gonna be chill.
Yeah.
It's been a very solid run so far. In terms of, like, we're chilling. You can see the mobile scarf really just eating our belly there.
You'll kind of notice I like around corners, I can do like diagonal moves. And you can do those for free. They don't actually count as like going into a wall.
Yep.
So like you generally want to like slip around corners like that. Avoid encounters. Like sometimes I'll like jump into a wall for a turn and then jump back out. So I can avoid fighting as many things as possible.
Yep. Man, Bidoof is getting kind of owned.
I believe in you, Bidoof.
One. Okay, good. Used up one reviver seed. Didn't want him to use another.
Nice. Alright, so now we're in Foggy Forest. So as we talked about earlier, the Foggy Forest does in fact have fog. A quirk of our fight gem is that it only works if we are in clear weather. So we can use the weather band to ensure that we are still in clear weather for ourselves, and we can still go at 2x speed.
Yeah.
This does mean that we don't have our mobile scarf. We can like swap that on if we see like a particularly advantageous point to use it. It's kind of a dynamic switch back and forth depending on what you need for the current scenario.
Yeah, it's cool. Weather band is very, very clutch here. In terms of orbs, you looking just for escape orbs mostly?
So I want a couple escape orbs to help with going faster through the missions. Like the escape orbs are going to save us having to run to the end of each cave and watch a cutscene.
Yep.
But otherwise, we want a couple orbs like petrifies and things of that nature. Those are helpful for monster houses. We don't have those yet, but they will be a pain later, and they help to deal with those. I would also like to find a luminous orbs and pure seeds. Those are really helpful. Luminous orbs show you the location of the stairs on the floor, so we want to use those for really annoying layout types, which happen in a particular set of dungeons. And then pure seeds take you to the room with the stairs. They're both really good. The more you see those, the better your run is.
Pure seeds are incredible. Yeah, monster houses. I don't remember which dungeon they start appearing in.
They start in Amp Plains.
Okay. And so, first of all, incredible music. So good. But it basically just like spawns a bunch of enemies all in one room. They all just drop down at once, and it's like an ambush. And so that's a time where, like Yoshi was saying, with a Petrify Orb, we can just freeze all of them and run out of the room. Otherwise, it can be really difficult because when you try to swap to leave the room, if you're with your partner, they can kind of get stuck. The thing is, since we have the fighting gem, it might not be as bad because we're generally going to be by ourselves. So we should be able to escape in most scenarios, but casually monster houses are brutal.
Yeah, monster houses are a very situational thing. They're very much testing your knowledge of, okay, what items do I have in this scenario? What's the best thing to use to help me out? The worst time you can have a monster house is like the moment you're spawning on a floor, because then you have your partner there right away, and it's usually a really inconvenient circumstance.
Yeah, another one that can be really frustrating is when the monster house is in the room with the stairs. So the enemies could be covering the stairs and you have to wipe them out. That takes a long time. So they definitely can be like a pretty big obstacle. They also can be very useful because a lot of monster house, a way you can kind of see if something's going to be a monster house if there's a suspicious amount of items in a room.
Yep.
You get rewarded for clearing out the monster house with a lot of good items. So you can see like, oh wait, this room has like 6 items in it. It is most like a monster house and you can bounce. But sometimes things are dark like this and you can't see until you walk in. Yeah, back to mobile scarf gaming.
Mobile Scarf is really helpful, especially for like smaller dungeons. Like for example, Steam Cave has like 2 parts and they're both reasonably short. I'm actually gonna take this. This is a helpful item for monster houses. So like bottom of Steam Cave is 8 floors and then upper Steam Cave is 7 floors, which is around the point where if you're good with your mobile scarf usage, you can get away without using an apple and get around reasonably fast because these floors are pretty short too. They're relatively simple designs.
Yeah, right now we're in the story, we're on the guild's expedition, I believe it's called.
Yes.
And you basically, like, you're kind of in a forced story segment where you're not in town, you're not completing missions, you're doing this expedition. In Red Blue Rescue Team, you basically get like run out of town and it's a kind of similar gameplay loop. So you're in just like a secondary location. The game does give you, if you're severely underleveled, you can go, they basically give you like a grind dungeon that you can do and level up, but we're doing a little fine on levels, so we don't need to go there.
We're pretty okay.
Pretty set.
I want that. We love status effects in this game.
That was so fun. Freeze is a great and cool status.
So you'll see sometimes whenever I'm running out of hunger, I might decide not to even recover it. Usually for that point, I'm just hoping to find the stairs within the number of steps and not have to like spend any of my resources. Especially because like these floors are reasonably short.
Yeah, it's not
there
a
we
big
go.
deal. There we go.
You get recovered and everything whenever you go to midpoint points, so it's not a big deal.
Yep, and you knew exactly when that was going to be.
Yep.
So
We'll be coming up on our first major boss in terms of like where we start using the main strategies of the run. That'll be Groudon. Well, it's not actually Groudon. In the story, it's an illusion of Groudon.
Fake Groudon. Mirage.
Shoutouts to Yuki, who I don't even think we see for a single frame.
That's so sad, honestly.
It's a really unfortunate layout. Okay, there we go. There's some particular things I'm looking for whenever I'm like going through these dungeons. There's like a base size element for a dungeon, which decides like how wide it is across the screen. So like, for example, like this dungeon does not scan across the entire screen. It stops about here where I'm at on the floor. So I can reasonably know that if I'm at that point and I found a room, that's when I'd want to start going down because there's not going to be any more rooms if I go to the right. There's also like 2 different types of hallways, what I would call a connecting hallway and a fake hallway. Now, they're both hallways. They both can connect to places. They can both be useful. A connecting hallway is like the logic of the floor. It's the one that is necessary to make sure that you can go from room A to room B. The fake hallway is one that just kind of roams randomly. It could go somewhere helpful. It could also be just a dead end. Those are the reasons that you'll see something like paths that go to absolutely nothing. Sometimes they'll just loop around on themselves. Things like that. And we're reaching the end of this dungeon here. We're going to swap to the weather band. And enter the Groudon fight, where we will get to start using wait there strats for Skitty and running off screen. So we will immediately start by going to Skitty, setting her tactics to wait here. And then we are going to run up, and then right, and then down. And that's going to make Groudon go attack Skitty. And we're just
And
going to
Kitty's
win
just
like
gonna
right
win.
away.
Very nice.
That's the end of the expedition. So now we're back to some more mission days, getting some more reviver seeds, stocking up on stuff. Great time to talk about anything.
Perfect. We have $30 from Math Hacker saying, love seeing Pokemon Mystery Dungeon and excited for Celeste and Lil Gator game. Thank you so much. Just a reminder, if you type !incentives in chat, you can see what our incentives are and make sure you mention where you want them to go. Right now we have 3 different bid wars open. The Madeline Sprite bid war for Celeste, which is the next game. And then the couple bid war for Haven, whether it's a female, male, or male, KU. And then the Wolfenstein 2 Fergus timeline or Wyatt timeline. Currently, for Celeste, since that's our next game, you can choose Madeline, Badeline, Catalin, or Bunnelin. And currently, Bunnelin, which is Bunny Girl Madeline, is in the lead with $15. So, you know, if you want Catalin or maybe traditional Madeline, or maybe even sort of the, you know, the bad version, Badeline, you can put your donations towards any of those and help us choose what sprite is going to be used for that game.
Can we get some support for Battle in here?
I'm a Battlein fan.
I'd like to see some donations for Battle. Just saying.
We got the whole purple vibe going on for Gabby. You know, let's make it happen.
We're on like our second mission day of Beach Cave.
Back to Beach Cave, my beloved.
We grind in the cave. We're winning 4 floors. And then we get this really long cutscene here, which is like a punishment for you do not have an escape orb. You will watch this cutscene. And there's nothing here.
This appears to be the end of the dungeon. You're like, oh, this appears to be time lost.
Impressive. We cleared Beach Cave again.
You know what? I'm impressed.
Awesome. Okay. So now we get to continue the story. We're going to go to Amp Plains. And if you remember from before, I said that Amp Plains is where monster houses start to spawn. And monster houses are really fun. They're not fun.
They're not.
So anytime we see them, it's going to be a really interesting time. And it'll be very dynamic what I'm doing, what I'm not doing. Depends on the items I've got. I did pick up that fossil orb before, so I'm at least prepared for 1 monster house.
Yes.
And I'll be looking for more items like that.
The fossil orb gets everyone in a room, which is huge.
Yeah, there's several orbs like that. You've got like the Petrify orb, the Spurn orb, which like teleports everyone in the room and then petrifies them out. There's orbs that make them pause, orbs that make them sleep. There's a lot of variety.
The game definitely is like, hey, we're gonna give you some tools to equip, like to help you deal with monster houses, which is really nice. Getting a warp seed for ourselves can be cool. You can just eat that
it can be useful if yeah, you can either use it for yourself, or we also have a cool ability with our mobile scarf. So if you wanted to, say you were in like a really bad dead end, I'm not going to use it right now because the stairs are right there, but I can show it off here. So if you go into a wall and then take off your mobile scarf, you can actually just warp.
That's true. I forgot about that.
So that can be helpful, especially if you're in like a really bad dead end spot and you don't really like the circumstances you're in. I use it sometimes whenever like scenario sucks. It's a good way to get out and hopefully get to somewhere new.
Yeah, because you don't want to just, like we said with belly management, you don't want to just like run through a wall. So that's a cool way of getting somewhere new. Forgot about that strategy.
Oh, yeah, is that our first trap of the run?
I think so, yeah. So that surprises me. I feel like traps have definitely been possible before Amp Plains.
They might be here. I'm not sure.
I don't remember. But yeah, they're just invisible tiles on the floor. There's ones that do various things. That was a trip trap and it gets rid of your item, which is like more annoying than anything. There are like sticky traps that make your items unusable. There are ones that make your food go bad. That really sucks. Various traps like that. There's ones that do damage. There's self-destruct orbs, things like that. And so you can trigger them if you walk on one. and then your partner can trigger them too. That's one of those things where we haven't really talked about IQ or anything yet. But if you lead your partner Pokemon onto a trap, they will just step on it. They are not smart, and it's really frustrating. You have to like guide them away from the traps. There are certain items that let you see traps, but they're just really annoying. They're not gonna like really be that much of a detriment to the run in many cases, but just
there's actually one specific point where there's a trap that would be really bad, which we intentionally save for no matter what, just because it would be really bad if it occurred. So there's a dungeon in the future. It's called Chasm Cave. And if you step on a trip trap that is on the side of the map, it's technically like the outside of the map is made of chasms. So if you step on the trip trap and it randomly chooses to move your item to the chasm, you just lose the item to the void.
That sucks.
It's so bad that you intentionally save there no matter what, just to avoid that circumstance happening.
Yep. If we lose the mobile scarf, we have to reset. We have no option, and so it's like saving before that we would just do the dungeon over again.
Because it's just so helpful. You really want to avoid all of the fight encounters here.
Yep.
We're approaching the end of Vamp Plains here. I'm approaching yet another boss fight.
Yeah,
this one has a lot more going on than some of the previous ones. I'm going to take this. This is another good Monster House thing. Let's get rid of this. Oh, I've got like 3 Monster House items now. We're in good shape.
Yeah, we are. We're definitely in good shape to handle those. Oh, I
Nice.
love spawning on the stairs. So this is our first kind of like mob boss where we have a bunch of Pokemon. And so we have Manectric and these Electrakes. This in Darkness and Time, they're Luxio and Luxrays, which is interesting. I think they changed it because you can be Shinx in this one. But yeah, Skitty's just gonna go over there and do work, and we're gonna try and bait a few over here.
This actually is a bit interesting. There was something that happened on turn 1 which you don't really want to happen. If one of the Manectrics like quick attacks you, it actually messes up the setup. So I'm probably going to be helping Skitty a lot more here than I would normally. And plus, Skitty needs a little bit more help because she doesn't have the White Silk.
Yeah, not having the White Silk is annoying. Being electrocuted is pretty annoying.
You would really hope here that you could use something like orbs, but they're actually intentionally disabled for boss battles because they are they're just that good. Okay, Skitty, you got it now. There we go. There we go.
Yay!
Yet another mechanic we get to introduce here is linking moves. Would you be able to explain that?
Of course. So you can pay to link moves together, and basically they happen in one turn. So we have Force Palm and Bite. The downside of that is that obviously like it uses PP very quickly because you're always using both moves in one turn. The obvious upside is that it does a lot of damage. And so linking these moves together just allows us to destroy things. It's really good.
It's very helpful. Like it is as overpowered as it sounds.
Exactly.
And because we're already also like really high level too, it's essentially our way to ensure we're going to one-shot all the enemies we see in one turn.
Yep.
Because we don't want to spend time on fights. We don't want to be spending several turns. We don't want to give the enemies a chance to attack when we can, because then they do stuff like petrify us and make us fall asleep. And
it expedites a lot because we're able to one-shot things, and we're able to just reduce the amount of turns required to kill things.
Yep, every turn you spend in a dungeon is another turn where an enemy can spawn. Enemies are going to spawn over time, so you want to reduce the amount of turns you're spending in a dungeon overall.
Yep.
That's also why the fight gem is really helpful. Because you're technically doing 2 tiles in one turn. So like you're basically like halving the amount of time you're spending on a floor.
It's really cool.
This year's Northern Desert, it's going to be where we introduce sandstorms. Basically, anytime we see a sandstorm, we're going to, for example, there's a sandstorm, and then we're going to go and switch on our weather band, so that way we can keep our fight gem going. And you also notice, you might have noticed in the previous dungeon, but Skitty's just standing still now. That's because we've set our tactics to wait there. Skitty's just going to be vibing for the run, pretty much. and anybody that comes, if you dare to come near Skitty, you've earned the punishment of
yeah, exactly.
being destroyed.
Say hi to Skitty at your own demise. I really like the music in this dungeon. This dungeon is just like has a very, very nice atmosphere. We are poisoned. That's so fun. So we take damage every couple of turns, and we also don't get any heal when we are walking around. Poison is a very frustrating status casually, but it clears on stairs. So
generally, it's not a pain. If you really needed to, you could have like a Pecha berry or something, but it's generally not that much of a problem.
No, we got pretty lucky in that we didn't encounter anyone, so it wasn't a big deal. We're doing good on Reviver Seeds, honestly, so.
We have plenty. And if we need more, we have the ability to get them at will, pretty much.
Yep.
So
we can always
it's not a
just
problem.
go back and get some more if we're feeling a little low, but I think overall we're doing pretty well on them.
That is actually I'm very surprised that I made it to floor 12 and then realized, oh, I haven't even linked my turned on my move yet.
Turn on your move.
I haven't had to fight anything.
That just shows how good this dungeon's been pretty good.
Yeah, it's been going really well.
No. So the thing about linked moves is that it really just does it one after another. So one move can hit and one move can miss, like we saw, which is honestly kind of nice. It's better than both missing. Belly empty. Definitely need an apple here.
We've got one more floor.
I know.
It's a little
tragic.
Sad. Okay.
You probably could have made it, but
you could have. I didn't want to deal with it.
And here we don't have a boss. Yeah, we're chilling.
We'll have one on the next one.
Yep. Dusknoir's here. Hi, Dusknoir.
I would say the next boss is questionably a boss. It is in fact a boss, but to the extent of a boss, it's not much of a boss.
No, it's really not.
Want to hop in for a little bit and talk about things? This would be a great time as well.
Perfect. Well, of course, we do have those bid wars open. Celeste being the next game. I know y'all, Court and Yoshi, want Battlein. Currently, Bunaline is in the lead with $15, and then Catalin, Battlein, and Madeline all have $0. So it could be pretty easy to get one of those other ones up in the lead. Just make sure when you donate, !donate in chat, make sure you mention in your comment what you want that donation to go towards for incentives. We do allow commas now. I know a little bit earlier we were like, no, please don't put commas, but we can have commas now. So hopefully that should help. I also wanted to mention we have raised $441 already. This is only the second game of this marathon. I am just amazed, and I want to say thank you so much, chat. Thank you everyone for all of your donations, and keep them coming, and also just stick here with us, stay cute and cozy. Y'all are great.
Very true.
You
know what's not cute and cozy? That monster house.
Yeah. We are hoping to find the stairs very fast.
And that is not happening. Instead, we're getting a monster house. You saw that Yoshi petrified him and was able to walk out. We got the stairs. That's good. But now we have no belly.
We're going through our apples fast, so we hope to see some more here.
Yeah, we really need some.
If you're in a pinch, you can eat grimy food, which also still technically counts as 50 belly. So it's the same as an apple, you just get a negative effect along with it.
Yeah, the time to eat grimy food is like right before the stairs, so you can eat it and then just walk onto the stairs. It's not a big deal.
So now we're on the second half, the quicksand pit. That boss fight I'm alluding to here. Mesprit. It's not going to be much of a threat. I feel really bad for Mesprit because like as a boss, it's just really underwhelming, and it's even more so whenever we're already super ultra overpowered. There's a lot of money on this floor.
The first game, the bosses were all the birds, so it was good to have like electric types. In this, the bosses are a little bit more spread out, but there are a lot of psychic ones, so us having Bite is really good.
Yeah, like technically we're the bosses of this are all of the lake spirits. So Yuxi, Mesprit, and Azelf. Though you don't actually, you only fight Mesprit, but you do technically go to all the lakes.
Yes.
Like the Groudon boss from before in the story, that's Yuxi's illusion.
That's Yuxi's illusion, exactly. Skitty just sitting there just still cracks me up.
Skitty does a great job.
You know, it's kind of goals. Just sit there, look cute, and punch things.
What I strive to do in life.
Exactly. More grimy food. Yeah, and the big thing about having the moves linked is that it allows us to not really care about type weaknesses either. We just sit there and, you know, we'll just sit there and use the moves and it will kill almost everything.
Yeah, we hardly even worry about types. We just put all our moves together and make sure they are going to destroy the thing.
Oh,
all right,
boy.
another monster house.
I love monster
and
house.
the stairs are in this
stairs.
room. Okay, well, how about we do this again?
Yep.
And I will just go to the stairs and we just don't
Leave me alone.
we just leave. All right, here's Mesprit.
Hi, Mesprit.
All right, please say goodbye to Mesprit. Left,
Bye,
right, down,
Mesprit.
left, die.
Jeez. Oh my gosh.
Sorry,
that was
Mesprit.
brutal. Skitty too strong.
We're immediately going into more story. We got to go to Crystal Cave, which is the third lake. But this dungeon is really annoying. And that would be because the layouts in it are just not that fun to traverse. Like in the notes, it tells me, hey, you might want to take off your mobile scarf here. Because it's the rooms are small. And whenever the rooms are small, this means that you have a large, what I would call a grid size. Basically, this means that you've got more rooms per, like, set of stairs on the floor. And those types of floors are the worst for traversal whatsoever. Because you have to go to so many different rooms. The more rooms there are, the more places the stairs could potentially be. If there's, like, only 4 rooms on a floor and they're all really big, that's really easy to get through. But if there are 24 rooms on the floor, that is a pain. There are several dungeons like that. That's when you really want to have your luminous orbs and pure seeds.
Yep.
Which I haven't seen any of, and I
You
sure would like to see
haven't gotten
some.
any. It's so tragic. So far, the stairs have been kind to you.
Actually, yeah,
but
this is going like really well.
This floor, we're kind of seeing it. How this can be.
We're exploring a little bit.
Yeah, so it's gonna be somewhere in the middle here. Oh my god.
It's in this middle. What? It's not. It's in that middle.
Yeah, this is bad. This is where
like
it's like that would have been a pure seed moment for sure.
Yeah. Very much the wander around the floor mentality. I tend to like walk around the edges, which makes it a pain when it ends up being in the very middle of the floor.
Yep. You ate my reviver seed. Heck
Very
you.
rude.
It's not nice. We need that.
We want those. All right, really hard puzzle. We're going to make them all blue. All right, we did it. Now we're gonna make this one blue. Okay. We did it.
Wow.
We solved the puzzle. That is the challenge of puzzles in this game.
Crosscode, I think.
Yes.
I think that's what helped you get through that. I was very impressed.
Thank you. This is actually one of the cases where the second part of the dungeon is longer than the first, which is kind of interesting. Usually you'll have, whenever there's a boss fight at the end, the game is a little bit generous and like you make the first part long and then the second part short. That way you're having a little bit of a break. In this case, they're like, no, actually you can have it long.
Yeah, I think
You
it's one of
will
those
suffer.
cases where it's like, it's not really necessarily an extension of the beginning. Like, it's like you have ant planes and then far ant planes. This is
Yeah.
kind of like a whole second dungeon.
And this dungeon does have a boss. However, you'll see. I will not say anything about this.
All right. I'm pausing. How many floors is this one?
This one is 13 floors.
Dang.
It's quite long.
Dang.
The longest we've seen so far is Northern Desert at 15.
Oh my gosh, someone
And we
wanted to
will
join
eventually
your
see
team.
20 floors. We do not want anyone joining our team. That is more things that can use our reviver seeds, and we don't really need their help. We got it. We got it under control.
We really got it. Recruitment in this game is honestly kind of frustrating. So you have to, when you recruit someone, there's a flat chance when you, the lead, are attacking them that they will recruit. And then you have to clear the dungeon without them dying to recruit them. And like, of course, they can use your reviver seeds. I typically turn off items for my other Pokemon, so they don't use my reviver seeds. But that means then if I don't clear the dungeon, they don't get to stay with me. I typically just try and get a Trapinch, so I have a Flygon as my third, and that's it. That's all I care about, but...
Well, thankfully, we've seen Trapinch a lot in this run, so
We have.
Trapinch is
Good
with
night.
us in spirit.
Yes, we have. Got a lot of good
Yeah.
floors here.
We like stair floors.
Yeah,
We'll have to see the stairs right away.
it's looking pretty good.
Good for you. I'm going to not deal with you.
True. I wonder if they're like, hey, wait a minute. Why'd you just get to step through the walls like that? What? That's not fair. Where is the stairs?
They're on the right side.
Oh my god.
In the very last room you can check.
Yeah.
All right, one more floor. Okay, we like that. All right, okay, are we ready for the most challenging boss fight in the run?
Oh my gosh, it's my best friend. It's Grovyle.
All right, hi Grovyle. Okay, actually, I can't do this. I'm gonna give up.
What?
Give it. That
Can't
fight is
believe you.
scripted, so you're intended to lose,
Yeah.
and you can literally just give up on the fight, and you're fine.
Congrats. Yeah, you can't beat Grovyle there. It doesn't matter. So the game. It's interesting that the game treats like giving up as the same as getting killed in the scripted fight, but it works out for us.
Yeah. We're once again going back to Beach Cave, our best friend. Want to talk about anything? Great time.
Perfect. We have $16 from non-binary code saying, gotta mix things up a little. Give me that Cataline. It is International Non-Binary Day after all.
True.
So, happy International Non-Binary Day, all. With that, Catalin is now in the lead for that Sprite bid war that's going on for Celeste. So Catalin is at $16, Bunnelin is at $15, and then Madeline and Badeline are at $0 each. So, you know, if you wanted that Badeline, that purple color, we need a couple of donations to go towards that. Donate in chat. And remember, !incentives to see the current bid wars and put the comment for what you're putting your donation towards in your donation comment. Thank you.
Awesome.
Finish one mission day. Gotta do one more. One more run through Beach Cave.
Love it.
Favorite dungeon. You can really see in our inventory, we have a couple reviver seeds.
Yeah, we got a heck of reviver seeds. We were very lucky. In the first game, you only had 2 pages of items. Here we have 5, thank goodness. And that means we have like basically 3 pages of reviver seeds. And you're like, does that seem like a little bit of overkill? Some of these endgame dungeons get really, really tough. So it's not overkill, I promise. It's safety.
It's all the safety in the world. That way, even if we make mistakes like bringing in a skateboard where we shouldn't and accidentally completing a mission and then not being able to go complete the mission again and get an important item like the white silk, doesn't matter. You're okay to make very hyper-specific mistakes that I've never heard of and still do just fine. Just honestly kind of, it's really nice.
I was gonna say, no one's ever done that. No.
I've never seen that before, ever.
Is this the end of the road? It's impossible to go any further?
Ah.
Wow. I didn't see
Dang.
that coming, honestly.
Impressive. Alright, I sure hope I don't go outside and then get teleported to jail. What?
What? How did that happen?
Attack! Well, I don't know what's going on here, but there's a lot going
I
on.
love this, like, groups of cutscenes. Like, it's really funny.
Alright, Chasm Cave is the one I talked about before, with a very hyper-specific circumstance where you want to save no matter what, because you could lose your mobile scarf here from a very inconvenient trap. But also, this is like my favorite dungeon in the run, because like, this is the outer rooms layout that we hate. It's so bad to traverse, but we can just go around the outside for free because chasms don't count as walls.
Yep.
So we can just float over the sky with the power of our mobile scarf. This dungeon's so fun.
This dungeon is really good.
And even still, we get unlucky.
Hydra Flume.
Hydra Flume.
Hello. The void is very interesting. Oh my god, splash. Yes.
Very powerful move.
Splash is hilarious. Yeah, we just like get to run across the void. It's really fun.
Can I read a quick donation?
Absolutely.
We got $5 from Shovel Claws saying, "Not so fast, evildoer, bun a line forever." And with that donation, Bunaline is back in the lead for Celeste at $20 to Cataline for $16. And still, for now, Badeline and Madeline are both at $0. So just as a reminder, that is the bid war for the Celeste sprite. What character the Celeste is going to be played as. So if you want that, that is going to be the next game. Go ahead, !donate in chat. Make sure to put in your comments, in your donation comment, you don't have to go for that bid war. We have a couple other bid wars, but for now, what Celeste sprite do you want?
Awesome. Yeah, we're gonna get the heck out of here.
Stop walking on.
Oh my
walls
god.
and confusion.
Yeah, the problem with being confused and having a mobile scarf is that confusion means you're gonna walk into any eligible tile, and when you have the mobile scarf on, the walls are eligible, and it eats up our belly.
This dungeon actually has something pretty interesting because ghost types can walk through walls normally. Like
Yes.
that's how you would normally be able to walk through walls in this game if you didn't have a mobile scarf.
Okay.
So one thing we have to keep in mind is like Skitty's positioning. Because if you have Skitty right next to a wall, it's possible for a ghost type to basically just attack Skitty, and Skitty not being able to do anything because you can't attack things in walls.
It's really bad.
So in general, if we see Skitty near a wall at the start of a floor, we want to swap places with her and make sure that she's not actually trapped there and that she can attack things.
Yep. Ghost types can be really, really frustrating. I mean, it also doesn't help that normal type moves do barely anything to ghosts as well. So this is just all around a pretty bad dungeon for Skitty.
Yeah. It is nice that it's not like having no effect. Skitty can still fight.
Yeah.
We like it has little effect in this
Yeah, it's
game.
basically like a 1/4,
Yeah.
which is really nice that they did that instead of 0. Because it's one of those things like, you know, in main Pokemon, you just swap out to another Pokemon. But if you have two people that only have normal moves, the game, they didn't want you to be like completely locked out.
This is a very perfect get out of here moment.
Yup.
Dead ends are generally when you're wanting to use that tech of warping out.
Mm-hmm.
Not spend the time and commit to go walking all the way back.
No, it's nice to be able to just do that. Skitty, you gonna be okay over there?
I believe in Skitty.
Alright.
I believe in Skitty.
I'm
Question mark?
still believing. Still out here believing. This is nice if you walk across an apple, we can just like straight up eat it immediately. It doesn't take up space in our bag. Okay. Stop.
Yeah, we're kind of at a point where we have a lot of really good items and we don't have anything we really care about throwing away. So we don't really have much incentive to pick up stuff.
No.
We have so many reviver seats.
Yeah.
Like, it is an unreal number.
It's one of those things where it's like, yes, we care about apples and we care about belly, but if we die, we'll just use a reviver seed and get back full belly anyway. So it's like,
Reviver seeds are becoming the resource that we can just spend.
Yes, we have a surplus.
We're continuing our journey through the future. This is important plot stuff. I don't really want to talk about it much because you should play this game.
True.
Can I mention what we're doing here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, and welcome. I know we've had a few raids. Welcome. This is Blackheart's Boston Fund. It's a mutual aid fundraiser organized to help out a wonderful friend of the Frame Fatales, Stardew Valley, and the overall speedrunning community, Blackheart Wings, also known as Gabby. She is currently going through a major life change and is crowdsourcing funds in order to afford her move to Boston and make sure she can afford travel, housing, and other basic necessities. We have all come together to create this event for her, and with your donations, we can help change Gabby's life and make sure that she can move safely to live the life she wants to live. You can type !donate in chat to get the donation link. We also do have some incentives, including a few open bid wars for coming games. You can type !incentives in chat to see those. And there's also the schedule, !schedule in chat to see. This is a weekend marathon. This is going all the way through Sunday. We have so many awesome games. This is only the second one of the event. So thank you for being here. Thank you for any donations you can make. And thank you for just being in chat and being awesome.
Absolutely. Yeah, I have a Gator game run coming up after Celeste, so that's going to be really fun. It's adorable. I'm very excited for that.
First half of this dungeon done.
Ooh.
Second half is also really short. It's like Steam Cave 2 almost.
Yeah.
Because we've got 8 floors and then 6 floors. And then a boss fight.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Thanks.
I love comedically placed traps.
Leave us alone. Leave us alone.
I really have been just hoping to see a single pure seed.
No, we were.
I haven't seen a pure seed. I haven't seen a luminous orb.
Really unfortunate.
The game's been giving us pretty good floors, but hasn't really been wanting to give us a bunch of items.
Yeah, that's kind of where we're at.
I want to show off being able to absolutely destroy really annoying floors.
I know.
And just fly to the end. All right, here we go. We're gonna walk down right. We're gonna walk down. We're gonna get out of the way here. And then you got this,
Skitty. I believe in you. There
Nice.
we go. Very, very nice. How many more dungeons do we have? I feel like we're getting pretty close to the end.
We still have a few.
Yeah. This is where we get to travel with Grovile. We're definitely in like the end game of
Yeah,
the
we're
plot a
entering the
little
end
bit.
game, yeah.
Yeah.
Like right now, we're trying to get out of the future, and then
Yep.
once we are out of the future, we get into the end game section.
We're like
pretty
home
much.
free. Yeah.
Yeah. Like this is a really long when you're playing casually, this part is
It's
annoying.
a long section.
Especially because like you only have like in the run we just had like the 2 days and then we just get warped to the future pretty much. So whenever you're playing casually, you just are sent there, and if you didn't have items or you weren't like ready for that, that can be a pretty big surprise to be
Yeah.
forced into this really long gauntlet of dungeons that you can't leave and you can't go back from and you can't like grind up or anything.
Yeah, that part, like the expedition, they definitely give you an out of
Yeah.
being able to grind and being able to get items. This part, they do not.
And as you can see, this is a really big floor, and this is where you would want something like a pure seed.
Yeah, that would have been nice.
Larger dimension floors are a pain.
Yes. Getting pretty okay luck here, though.
Yeah. I feel like I've seen a lot more stair floors in this run than I have in like any of the other
The
runs.
stair
I've
floors
really
have been
done.
incredible. Oh, ghost time. Don't like that.
We do like floors like this where it's just 4 big rooms. Those are great.
Hi, Selby.
Okay, so we're in the second part of the forest, while still in the future. This should be where we start seeing our good friend Steelix.
Oh my
Steelix is
God.
annoying because Steelix has rock polish, and rock polish puts you at 3 times speed. And if you were keeping track, Riolu moves at 2 times speed. So that means that Steelix actually goes faster than us and like really wants to say hi to us.
It
if
will
given the
outpace us.
opportunity.
Also, they love to spam rock polish, and it just takes forever. Like,
Very annoying.
it's so bad. And Celebi's with us too, so like we just have a big party. We're kind of slow, so this dungeon's something.
Hi, Steelix.
Steelix. Oh, it
Hi,
didn't
Steelix.
use anything though, so that was good. Where
I
is
sure
this?
hope there isn't another Steelix
Where's the
around the
stairs?
corner.
I sure hope not. Okay.
Okay, we're safe.
Okay, that was good. Oh. So
This is a
Celebi.
really slow.
Oh my gosh. You might be wondering what's going on here. Well, first of all, Celebi's gonna die. Oh my gosh.
Please.
Stop.
Just let me leave.
I think it's because she has a certain amount of IQ that you like defend your partner. So we haven't talked about IQ. We can take the second to do that. So casually, IQ is really important because you eat gummies and you basically get abilities. There's stuff like traps here and trap avoider. And what Celebi just did, which is like if your partner is low, you will take a hit for them. There's things like being able to throw items through through your allies and not hurt them, stuff like that. Oh, there Steelix goes. Goodbye. And so Celebi comes with a certain amount of IQ. I think Grovyle does as well, which is kind of nice. We haven't eaten any gummies, so we're both sitting flat at 0. And in Red Rescue Team, everyone had the same IQ set. In this, Pokemon are divided up into different like archetypes. You can be like an offensive type, a defensive type, a support character. Like I think Celebi is like a support character. And it depends on your Pokemon what IQ group you fall into. I remember reading the game FAQ guides for the IQ like over and over and over again to understand how it all worked. Yeah, I'm a big Celebi fan. I'm a big pink Celebi fan.
We love Celebi.
Mm-hmm. Oh my god.
Hi, Steelix.
This is
Don't
wrong.
do it. No!
Oh man.
This is very annoying!
Oh.
Okay. This is my read.
Yeah.
Look at
oh
that!
My
Look at
gosh.
that! Look at that!
That was iconic.
Very planned.
The soul read.
No. No, just go on your way. Leave me alone.
Let me live my life.
Good job, Grovyle.
True.
I do see Grovyle tends to have like a lot of trouble in some of these, and like you'll just see a bunch of turns pass, and Grovyle is dying to something.
Yeah,
and you're not sure
Grovyle's
why.
struggling out here.
And we are now entering the longest single dungeon in the okay. We're entering the longest single dungeon in the run.
Woo!
Tree
And we're
Shroud.
starting off strong.
Please pause. I'm going to really hope the stairs are close here. The problem with this dungeon is it's one of those where you would really want Pure Seeds or really want Luminous Orbs.
Yep.
It is about the most obnoxious dungeon you could have, and it's really long too.
It's really long. The rooms are kind of rough. We don't have a lot of those items we were wanting.
It's everything you could not ask for in a dungeon.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Everything is going slow.
This game really slows down whenever you get monster houses.
God.
But hey, at least we get...
That's true. That's true. Yeah, can we not? We're done.
I believe. Oh, well, hang on. Checking. It looks like Yoshi might have frozen, but we still hear Court. We're
Hello.
checking in on it.
Okay, we'll keep going, gamers. Might have some internet bloop or OBS bloops on Yoshi's end, but we're gonna figure it out. Alrighty. Alright, you've reconnected, so it might take a second for everyone else to see it.
Don't worry, chat. Tech team, best team, they are on it.
True.
And there's enough of a delay that I'm trying to watch stream and see
They
it
can
hasn't
hear
come back up
us,
yet.
so that's a
Yes.
win. Woo! Love that for us, honestly. We're just gonna make sure the game feed gets back up and rolling.
So I think it was
Mobile
mentioned.
is actually my
ahead.
favorite of the starters. Trico was my first starter ever. Pokemon Emerald was my first game, and then I love Mystery
I
Dungeon
have,
so
like,
much,
pretty
and
much the
Gurbal's
same
in it, so
sort of
that's
thing.
why I like
My
Gurbal's
favorite
my favorite
Pokemon
Pokemon
is
ever.
Chatot by far. Definitely influenced by this game. I love birds. Bird Pokemon are awesome.
Yeah. And Chatot in this game is so incredible, like so sassy and so lovely.
We back. I'm on. Let's go. Let's go.
We're back.
Awesome.
All right. We can keep playing the video
We
game.
are back.
My internet is sometimes a
Yay.
pain. I wish it wasn't, but we deal with that.
Yeah.
We're continuing on through the longest dungeon in the game, which hopefully will not have any more monster houses. None of those. Those don't exist.
Mm-mm.
We did it! We got a pure seed!
Pure seed. Wow. I don't think chat believed that they existed, so now we can show that they do. Bless.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait until it's a really bad layout, and I can tell that it's, like, not fun. I know a specific dungeon to use them if I don't see a point earlier where I want one.
Yep.
That'll be, like, in the late game, hidden highland. You can really tell that the enemies are starting to catch up with us. Like enemies are starting to become a threat again. But since the levels slow down, you notice we didn't really level up all that much in the time between when we first like got a bunch of seeds and up to now. So like the enemies are going to slowly become back on level and start actually being a menace, and that's why we have 1 billion reviver seeds to make sure that things are okay.
Exactly, and you can see that Grovile's level 46, so it's kind of you can kind of see the scaling a little bit, but Grovile's intentionally. I
Grovile's
think
higher, way higher than you would normally be, definitely.
yeah,
at this point.
Grovile's intentionally over leveled
Yeah.
to help you out.
Even then, Grovile could still have some trouble.
Mm-hmm. Grovile's trying their best.
Okay,
you know?
this Pure Seed.
Yeah, we're gonna Pure Seed out of here. We just need to get out.
We're gonna have a little snack of some plain seeds, get them out of our inventory, make a little space.
Yeah. Every Reviver Seeds turn into plain seeds. I've never really understood why they did that. It's kind of annoying, but you can eat them for belly, I guess.
Yeah, it's not much, it's just 5 per, but it's helpful in a pinch. You need a snack.
It's faster than like dropping them, so
Yeah.
Alright, alright.
18. We're almost there.
So long.
I want to
Why
see a
does it gotta
luminous
be
orb. I want to believe that item also exists.
I know. We gotta find one by the end of the run.
It's our last apple right now.
Belly's looking a little sketchy. Come on, stairs.
I believe.
Be nice to us.
This is...
Come on.
No! Don't do this to me.
Oh, stop.
I need that. Okay. Last floor.
Okay. Oh my god.
Dear
It's
Seed,
fine.
I would like that. I
Vespa
don't
Queen,
care about it
no.
that much.
It's not worth chasing down Vespa Queen for it, but
We
it would've
are
been nice.
finally freed from the future.
Yay!
We get to go back to town.
Woo!
And to celebrate going back through town, we get to do a dungeon again, and it's actually not Beach Cave this time. And it's actually part of the story. We're going to go back to Waterfall Cave because in the plot, we need to
It's a
go
throwback.
talk to our good friend Torkoal at the hot springs.
Mhm.
So Waterfall Cave hasn't changed at all. It's the same dungeon. It's
It's
still
very
really
funny. You just
underleveled.
come back and punch everything. It's incredible.
This would be a great time to talk about anything.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we got a $38 donation from Threech. Just saying, less than three, less than three. Thank you so much for that donation. Again, all of this is going to Blackheart to help her in her move for safety reasons to, get out of where she is and get to Boston. We also have another donation, $10 from Jen, says, New England represent, put this towards Cataline on the Celeste bid war. Which means Cataline is back in the lead for the Celeste sprite for the bid war. I believe it is now $26 Cataline, $20 Bunaline, and still $0 for Madeline and Badeline.
Aww.
So I know y'all were talking about getting a purple Badeline. If you want that, we got to get the donations in. Remember, with your donations, !donate in chat. Make sure to say in your comment what that donation is going towards, incentive-wise, or in this case, bid war-wise. We have Celeste's coming up next, so that's why I'm really pushing those sprites. But we also have the Haven bid war and the Wolfenstein 2 bid war open. So if you want to check those out, !incentives in chat.
Sweet, thank you.
I do not want to spend any hunger resources on Waterfall Cave. Please show me the
No.
stairs.
Give
Please.
stairs.
What is going on here?
Where is it? Oh my god.
If I have to use a reviver seed, that's just how it's gonna be.
Using a reviver seed in Waterfall Cave is honestly hysterical.
Where are they?
Where's
Is it in the top left?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
That's rough.
We get to say hi to Torkoal. Hi, Torkoal.
Hi,
Bye.
Torkoal.
So now we're going to be entering what I would pretty much consider to be the late game. These are going to be like the last set of dungeons till the end of the run. We've got Brine Cave, Hidden Land, Hidden Highland, and Temporal Tower, and then we're done. Though, can't forget about Mystifying Forest, which we did get the incentive for, so we will get to show that off too. We're actually going to go back here and link our moves once again. So we want to boost up our moves a little bit, and like basically make sure we're more consistently one-shotting things.
Oh, I hear you again.
Have I been
We
lost?
did
once
temporarily
again?
lose you, but I think you are good again.
Yay!
Okay, alright. Apparently, I must battle my internet on this day. I apologize.
You definitely will.
I will win this battle. Brine Cave. We got our friend
Yay.
Chatot here. My favorite. Unfortunately, just like all the others, partners just have problems. It's just... They tend to use your resources. You wish they were more helpful.
That's why
They tend to be notoriously not helpful.
Get really rough.
Like, if you continue on the run you did the post-game, Priscilla is even more notorious than everyone else for just
so
using
bad.
your reviver seats. It's so bad. And it's like, you can't just like abandon them either, because you need them
It's just
alive in order to
bad.
continue the dungeon. So you have to manage them. So you can see now we've got the triple combo of Screech to start, which helps like lower their defense and make sure we're hitting even hard, more powerful.
Strong.
The strong.
Exactly.
The strong. Brine Cave is also cool because it has a unique trait in the dungeon generation. It'll have these features that are called secondary structures. It's a technical term to basically describe a bunch of water patterns in rooms. I find it cool. I nerd out about this stuff. It basically means that sometimes you'll have rooms that look like water mazes. I hope to see one of those. And sometimes you'll have rooms that have like pools in the middle. Sometimes you'll have like an island with some items on it. Some cool stuff.
I hope so.
Maybe we'll get to see one. Fortunately, we only have 5 floors to do so. This is... Lower Brine Cave is pretty short, but we'll see. That is technically a secondary structure. It's not very interesting. It is a single blot of water in the room. We can do better than that. Come on. You got this game. Show me a cool one.
I mean, I'm not. Yeah,
I mean,
I'm never
take
going
the
to
stairs
complain
too.
about that.
That's also fine.
Of course, but
I'm not opposed. It's just that if I talk about a cool thing, it would be helpful
just
if
listen
the game
and you know
conveniently
work with me
accommodated
here on this.
my commentary.
We could really have an ideal commentary game scenario. Be nice. No, it doesn't seem
I'm
like.
not
I
sure
mean,
the
it's
game's
not
going
listening to us about the luminous orbs either, so.
All right, so I need you to imagine in your mind a pool of water,
Whoa.
and then there are 4 items
I'm
in the center.
picturing it.
Imagine that structure. Whoa, that's on this floor. It's there.
I see it.
It's
Wow.
there. You see it now. And there's like a water maze and like a bunch of water and makes weird paths. And
It
if you
really
don't
was-
have the ability to
oh.
walk over water, it would
Here
be
we
pretty annoying.
go. We just
Hey,
need
look,
to
there
talk
it
about
is,
enough
yay!
and summon it into
We love
being.
water mazes. And I'm getting,
water
I
maze
get
is
to see it for more
hilarious.
screen time because I got wrapped. Alright, another boss fight. Where, you guess what we're going to do? We're going to run out of the way and let Skitty deal with it. You got this, Skitty. Nice.
Yeah, here
We are entering the end game, TM, the final segment, Hidden Land, Hidden Highland, Temporal Tower. We're going to be on the lookout here for some stun seeds. We want them for the Dustwire fight that'll happen later. That's probably the most threatening thing left, really. Like Dialga, we just are going to throw our Y-Ray specs at and make him blind. But
Yes.
Dustwire's still a bit of threat. In this dungeon, we'll be seeing hail, another annoying weather effect. Once we see hail, I'll be like, all right, time to switch to the weather band once again.
Really obnoxious.
It's really slow too, because you spend all those turns waiting to watch the text of getting damaged.
Exactly. It's not fun.
For example. Okay, I'm glad we're getting more on cue here. The game's getting the script.
It is. It took a little bit, but now it's being nice to us. I appreciate that.
Let me know when a good time for an update would be.
Go for it.
All right, we have $7 from Shovel Claws saying "Bunaline forever," and then that earlier donation from Threech was also put towards Bunaline, meaning that right now Bunaline is solidly in the lead at $65. Cataline is at 26, and of course Madeline and Madeline are at 0. So just a reminder, Celeste is the next game. So I know it looks like Bunaline's gonna win the bid war, but you never know. We might get a bunch of donations in for something else. So keep those donations coming, chat, and make sure to put what you're putting your donation towards in the comment. You can do ! Incentives in chat to see what's open. We do have a few bid wars, but since Celeste is the next game, let's get, that Battlein sprite, right? Right now, there's no love for Battlein.
That's so sad. Battlein's great.
We love Battlein.
All of the options are very good though, so I get it.
I mean, definitely.
They're very, very
I
good.
understand if you're a Catalan fan or a Bunalin
Exactly.
fan. Nice. My reads for using the mobile scarf and getting lucky enough to get right by the stairs have been pretty good.
They have. It's great. That's been working well. All right, Hidden Land is. I really like this dungeon in a lot of ways, but it can be. I feel like you can really get comboed in this a lot.
Yeah. All the
Just a
enemies
lot
are
of
pretty
really scary
scary.
Pokemon. Yeah. It's a very cool design though, with like the layouts are really pretty, and you got like the chasms a little bit too. It's nice.
Really make you feel you're floating in the sky.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, another thing to note, Wonder Gummies are actually a bit interesting because they're basically the same as a big apple. So
Yes,
like
that's
we
true.
get them in the run and they're really just so we can get the reviver seeds, but they end up being useful by themselves too.
Yes.
As like a
Sure.
backup big apple if we really need one. You don't want to eat them early on because if you eat them please. No!
This is so rough.
Please.
Get me into the stairs, please.
Just walk on the stairs. Okay. Get it. Okay. Sorry. What was I saying?
Something about the stair. I also got
Wonder
distracted.
gummies.
Yeah, there we go.
They're Big Apple, but you don't want to eat them early because if you don't have a Wonder Gummy in your inventory when you go back to that treasure room that we stole from Zero Isle, it'll turn back into a Wonder Gummy. That's kind of why we keep the like treasures that we don't really care about, the Wonder Chest and the Golden Mask. The Golden Mask gives you a really high increase in recruit rate, which we do not care about at all. It's like 40% or something. It's ridiculous because it's supposed to be a really big end game item for doing a really hard dungeon.
Yep.
We're in the final gauntlet here, Hidden Highland. I'm hoping to see another useful seed. If not, I should have some still, so it's not a big deal, but I'd like to see more.
How many floors does this segment have again?
This one has 8 floors.
8, okay,
It's
that's not
reasonably
bad.
short. Yeah.
Not
All right. Can I donate or can I update you again?
Absolutely.
Of course.
All right. We have another $43 from non-binary code saying, okay, $40 to Cataline, $2 to Badeline, $1 to Madeline. Yes, I know. I said what I said. I also said trans rights, less than 3. Thank you so much for that donation. And that means that Cataline is back in the lead.
Spicy.
$66 to $65. And Madeline and Badeline now have a tiny bit of love.
I appreciate the $2 for Badeline. We got it.
Thank you so much. Exclamation mark donate, exclamation mark incentives in chat. Thank you so much.
I love how spicy the bid war is.
It's just going back and forth.
That's the dream. We're getting a lot of donations. It's great. Thank you all.
I do actually have a question for the timekeeper. Are we going to want to stop time at like the end of the run, or do we want to stop time at the end of the incentive? This is an important question, an important distinction.
That is a fair question.
Is it like would the incentive be like right after the
It's gonna
run?
be immediately after, yeah.
Tech says they don't really care.
Okay.
So what do you prefer?
We'll stop time after we graduate.
Sure,
Okay.
so we'll just keep it rolling.
We can graduate from a graduate exploring school. This is the Dustwire fight. Has a lot of stable eye. We're basically, we threw a stun seed on the first turn to make sure Dustwire's not really a threat. At least for now. That gives us time to clear out all the stable eye and then go ham on Dustwire, pretty much.
Yeah, this fight can be pretty rough sometimes casually because it's just like Fury Swipes is brutal. But Skitty's doing well for us here. We've so many Reviver Seeds. We're gonna be all right. We're gonna be all right. Nice overgrow, so good.
All right, let's go ham on Dustwire.
We got the lineup. Got it. You saw the fancy movement that Yoshi did to get everyone set up in the right spot.
Yeah, because Skitty still can't move right now.
Yeah, Skitty
He's
is
still
still
on wait
not
there.
moving. We move Skitty. It's looking good. It's looking good.
Nice.
Nice.
On
Nice
to
job.
the very end.
Wow, this final dungeon is so good.
If we don't have anything we really want to take, let's save for good luck.
Of course, of course.
All right. Temporal Tower, Temporal
Love
Spire.
Temporal Tower.
Music is such a banger. You will see in full force. The enemies here are really annoying.
Yes, everyone here is brutal. You can see that Solrock was able to kind of like snipe from across the screen, which is really bad. Like, there's a lot of dangerous enemies here.
Yeah, Porygon has Discharge. Thanks for demonstrating, which is really annoying because it's a total room move, so they can just start using it. There's also Agility, which is really bad, especially in a Monster House setting. Which I sure hope I don't get a demonstration of that. I don't really want that.
Yeah, we don't want that.
Agility makes everyone in the room increase their movement speed, so basically that'd be just be a way that they can like all be way faster than me, and all be running up to me and being annoying and wasting my time.
Let me know when a good time for an update would be.
Go for it right now.
We have another $2 from Shovel Claws. It's never over, Bunny. And with that, Bunnaline is in the lead
Let's
once
go!
more.
Let's go.
$67 to $66.
Oh my gosh.
This is a
So-
war.
Incredible.
It is, and it is barely in the lead right now. So Celeste is up next. Make sure you're getting those donations in, because right now it could be either Cataline or Bunnaline. But technically, someone could come in with a big donation for Madeline or Badeline, too. Like, It's not over till it's over.
Yeah, thank you so much, everyone. It's been great. Hello, stairs. Okay. I was like, please.
This looks like a Monster House room. It really feels like it should be a Monster House.
Okay. Give us more joy seeds. Come on. Come on. That's
Give me
all
the
I'm
Pure
asking.
Seeds. Give me a Luminous Orb. Give me something. Give me something cool.
Give me the stuff, please.
I want the cool thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, you can actually see that message there. We haven't seen that before. Link moves. If you run out of PP for one of your items, your link moves will unlink, which is bad because we want them linked. So
Oh yeah,
you want to regulate your PP levels with a max elixir if you're really using a lot of moves in a dungeon. Which tends to happen if you're having bad luck.
Yep.
Is that true for linked moves in all of the Mystery Dungeon games?
I believe so.
No.
Maybe,
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe there's a weird quirk with Rescue Team. I could see that, but
I've only played a couple of them very casually, so...
it's definitely a concern in this one now.
Yeah. I was always lazy. I never linked moves. But
Yeah,
Probably
see,
should.
I have the problem with these games is, like, I want to micro-optimize all of my stuff and never use it until... Oh. Okay, I see. I see. Alright, do we still have stuff? We sure do. Alright, pause.
thank goodness. We will just scoot on over to the stairs and not worry about you all. Goodbye. I love the text of
Please let me
Can't
move!
move.
I'm
It's
getting
so-
introduced to money.
Oh my
at
gosh,
this
money!
point in the
Did you
run.
know that?
Did you know that money?
By the way, you can spend money for goods and services. I hope that's helpful.
Okay, we finished Temporal Tower. Now we're on to Temporal Spire.
Woo!
We've got Primal Dialga. This isn't the end. I mean, like, at this point, I can't even really call it the end of the game. The more important thing here is graduating. We gotta graduate.
Yeah.
This isn't about saving the world.
No. We gotta pass school and then not have to pay the guild money anymore.
Even though we still do.
Oh no! Hold on.
I didn't agree to this. Giving you
True.
90% of my income.
It's so best. All right. Let's get out of here. How are we
I
doing
really
on
love the
reviver
music
speed?
here.
Still solid?
Let's see. Plenty.
Okay.
Plenty.
Okay.
For reference, if you want to YOLO Dialga, which would basically mean you don't use your safety items and you just kind of want to like let Skitty go for it, you would want to have around 7 revivers.
Okay.
We have more than that. Like
yeah,
we are very fine. And I'm
yeah,
still gonna I want to show off the strat.
Like, scary. So.
Yeah. And I'm still showing off the strat anyways because I think it's really funny to just watch Dialga run around blind.
I'm very excited to see it.
Nothing particularly bad happened.
I have to ask, is it considered a swag strat or just a silly strat?
So the wire specs are definitely a safety strat. Like they're like it is very much a legitimate. You want Dialga to not be destroying you because if you let Dialga go, if you just let Dialga go at it, Roar of Time is menacing. It's so it's you will be running through reviver seeds pretty fast if Dialga gets a bunch of turns.
Correct.
Hi Dialga. All right. Let's follow our framework here. Step 1: run left, face up, throw. Y-ray specs. Take them. Dialga caught them. Let Dialga approach. Turn off Skitty's
here
moves.
We go.
We're going to turn off the moves temporarily. We're going to go to Skitty, and we're actually going to change tactics to go after foes because we need Skitty to go catch blind Dialga. And then we are going to run up right, and then up left, and then we are going to turn on Skitty's moves. Go for it, Skitty.
Yeah. Oh my
Hey, no, don't get over here. Hey.
Stop. We don't want you to be on screen. We need this to go faster, okay?
Nice.
Nice. That was awesome.
Okay, so that's the end of the any percent run. But we have an incentive to do, because we need to graduate from the guild. So we actually have one more dungeon to go.
GG on any percent.
Thank you.
And good luck on passing your tests and your exams.
Yeah, we have it's a big boss fight against the guild. It's pretty fun.
It is cool.
We gotta go to a town to prepare first. I remember there's a cutscene trigger here. Okay, I think we're good.
Let me know when I can give another update.
Go for it right now.
All right. I think y'all will be very happy with this one. We got $98 from Possum saying, stick this on Battleon. I've never played Celeste, so I have no idea what this incentive is. The bid war just seemed fun.
Nice.
Let's go!
Thank you so much for that amazing donation. And that means Battleon is now in the lead. $100 over Bunnaline at 67 and Cataline at 66.
Wow.
So like I said, it's not over till it's over.
Very
what do you think, chat? I know people have really wanted Cataline and Battleline.
Okay, we're just not going to talk about that I accidentally gave Skitty the pure seed. At least I know where Skitty was. So
that was incredible, honestly.
Funny.
No, I loved it. It was perfect.
It was funny.
No notes. We also got to see a Flygon. That ruled. Like
yes.
That was cool. I was a fan.
It also has like stuff that has like just a lot of like very. You got like Scun tanks. Like you got all these random story important ones. There's Bidoof is here too. Not to be confused with the dungeon Bidoof. Not the dungeon. Guild Bidoof. Doe seed. I love Doe seeds.
Is separate.
Doe seeds are really fun. They just if you eat one, it makes it so the next floor has more money.
I really like this Fang Forest. I think it's fun.
Yeah, it has like a lot of traps. It's your first taste into the post game, so it's not like too bad. But if you keep going, game gets hard.
Yes. I love the Mr. Dungeon games always have a really good and solid post game. So
absolutely.
It's like the base games is always really good, and then it's like if you feel like you want to keep going, it really fills out the story. You get to learn how to evolve. It's a lot of legendary side quests. It's very fun.
Do ridiculous 99 floor dungeons where you get reset to level 5 and can't bring any items in, and
those ones are so intense.
I was always intimidated by those and never wanted to try them.
I never beat any of them. I would like attempt it. My strategy a lot of the times was I would use Mew because Mew can learn any move. So I would just like pick up TMs and that would work pretty well. And Mew levels up really fast. So those were always kind of fun.
All right, can I update again?
Yep, go for it.
This
got 13
this bid war refuses to give up. Non-binary code donates $35. It says, but meow meows, and obviously going towards Cataline, which I believe brings Cataline back up to the top at $101.
Wow.
Come on.
You all are amazing.
Battleline is at 100 and Bunnaline is at 67, and then Madeline at $1. So, like I said, it's not over till it's over. That bid war will close basically right before the game starts. So it's not over yet, chat. It's still possible.
Not over.
Come on, Battleline fans unite.
We have time. We have time. Make it happen.
Thank you so much for the donations. You all are amazing. Thank you. Keep them coming if you can. Thank you.
We actually saw a particularly notable thing there. That Pure Seed has an X marking on it. And that's our good friend Sticky Items, which are annoying.
They're
What if
so
you had an
annoying.
item and you couldn't use it? That is a sticky item. And then there's
It's very
sticky
fun.
traps that make your item sticky. And it's very mean.
If you take them out of the dungeon, I believe they become unstuck.
Yeah.
There's also purifying orbs, but like, or cleansing orbs.
Yeah, that sounds
They're
right.
so annoying. It's like, what if you had an item but you just can't use it? It's like, thanks, love you.
Alright, last floor of the dungeon. Show me the stairs. Show me the stairs. Alright, okay, here we go. Fight against the guild to graduate. This is the final
maker
boss
all
of graduate
things bad,
school.
or whatever it is. The
I think
creator
so,
of all
yeah.
things bad, yeah. They try and pretend like it's not the guild, but then Bidoof accidentally pulls back the curtain, and we can see them. It's very funny. And you have to pretend like it's not them.
While we're doing this last final fight, can I do another update?
Yep.
We have $2 from Possum saying Battleline forever, and I even know what it is now. Thank you so much. That brings Battleline back up to the top, $102, with Cataline at 101 and Bunnaline at 67. Thank you so much for your donations.
Oh my gosh.
What if you used a move that took the most turns possible?
Yep. Okay, there's your tot. Good.
Wigglytuff is a menace. Wigglytuff is like
Wigglytuff is
600
so
health here.
brutal. Yeah, very, very tanky, and then is super strong. Honestly, us getting killed there is kind of good because it stops us from being paralyzed.
And then time will end once we finish this fight, pretty much.
Yep. Alright, we're making good progress,
Alright. Dang it, Wigglytuff! No!
Oh gosh, stop.
Okay,
Slam.
let's get Wigglytuff over here.
Yeah, let's have
Alright,
Skitty. Let's have Skitty deal.
Let's go. To finish it off.
Come on.
Let's go!
We're close.
Come on!
God, you have so much health. No! Sleepy time down south.
Come on, Skitty!
Skitty, I believe.
Skitty!
Hey!
Let's go,
There
time!
it is. Time. Nice job. Good fight.
GG's.
We get the cool music that signifies that we've graduated and we live here.
And now we live outside the guild. It's so cute. We have our own little, like,
We got our cool...
little bluff.
Awesome. Thank you so much, everybody. This one was really fun. Had some surprises that I wasn't ready for. I learned some stuff today. This is fantastic. I really appreciate all the support for this event. I hope to see continued support. There's still plenty of awesome runs coming down the line. Thank you so much. Have a great day.
Any quick shoutouts you want to do?
Oh, shoot, that's a thing. I forget this like shilling thing. Court, would you like to start?
I mean, I just want to say, yeah, Gabby, I wish you luck with your move. Thank you to everyone who's been donating. The bid war has been popping off, and thanks Yoshi for having me. If you want to see this run again, Yoshi's going to be doing it at Flame Fatals the end of the first day, and I'll be on comms for that as well, so I'm super excited about that.
Absolutely. Also, shout out to the PMD Speedrunning Discord. If you want to check out this game, this run is a really accessible one to get into. It's really safe, as you can see. You can make big mistakes. You can still finish runs. It's really fun. I love it so much. And thanks so much for having me, and I think that's it for me.
Thank you so much. That was such a great run.